Hey everybody. So Watachi running, and I'm still running free. Screwed it up this time. I'm fired. Uh, you guys, I gotta tell you this story that happened to me yesterday. Now, this is one of millions in my life, but and the way shit happens in my life. But you guys know I run Uber Eats. That's all I can fucking do. They took my CDL away from me, and that's all I can do anymore. Unless I just want to stop doing anything and draw disability, and I ain't gonna do that till I'm dead. They won't let me draw it anyway. But anyway, I get a call, or I run my app. I turn that sucker on by 9 o'clock in the morning, and it stays on till about dark. 7 days a week, folks. I do it 7 days a week, and try to earn the best I can and minimum wage from 1970, if I'm lucky. Um, I get this call. I turned my phone on yesterday, my app on yesterday. I get this call to go to. It says Pasquale's Pizza, or it wasn't first thing when I turned it on. It was about 10 o'clock, 10 or 10:30 when I got this call. Finally, I did turn my app on, but it was about 10:30 before I got a call. Excuse me, folks. But it was called called in from Pasquale's, which is a pizza joint, or uh, which it really isn't called Pasquale's here in town. It's called Chuck E. Cheese, but evidently online, Chuck E. Cheese runs under the Pasquale's name. Now I know there was Pasquale's in Indiana. I didn't know they were in Ohio, but they weren't out in Arizona or nothing. So they're like probably a northeastern franchise. But anyway, uh, I get a call to go pick up an order there, and I accept it. I'm getting ready to get my Jeep and go over there, and they, I get another one, boom, right on. Now sometimes they'll if there's an order that you can pick up that's close by, and you can still and make two orders at once, they'll go ahead and do that. Other times it might be uh, two orders coming out of the same restaurant. Uh, or it could be what happened to me is the customer wanted to after they made their order, they wanted to order something else, and when they called back, they had to put it on a complete another order. They couldn't add it to the one that was already existing. It was already put through, so he had to put another order in to get everything he wanted. Now I don't know if it was a he or who it was, but they I accepted both runs to pick up both runs. So I go over to Chuck E. Cheese, and it's a quarter till 11, and I reach up and grab the door, and I pull on it, and it's locked. And I back up, and I'm looking. Now I'm thinking it's Sunday, but it was Monday because it was a holiday. My wife was home and shit, but I was thinking it was Sunday. So I look down at the door, and it says open on Sundays from 11 to whatever. So I look at the time, and I've got 15 minutes. It's quarter to 11. So I think, all right, well, I'll go back out here and sit, wait for this place to open. And as I turn around to walk back out to my Jeep, uh, a young lady answers the door. She unlocks the door and opens it up. She goes, "Are you with DoorDash?" I said, "No, I'm with Uber Eats. I got an order to pick up." And she goes, "Okay." And I go, "Wait." And she done shut the door and locked it. She's going in to get it. I said, "Ma'am, there's two orders." She goes, "Okay." So she went in, and she comes back out a few minutes later, and she's got this little, it's a bag, a plastic bag, and then it's got a styrofoam box in it. Just one, about this wide, so it'd be big enough to put a sandwich or a meal in. And she hands me this bag, and I said, "Now, is this both orders?" And she said, "Yeah, they're both in that same because they had both of them had the same name on them. So they put them in the same carton and in the same bag. I said, okay, and I'm thinking because they both had the same name, they're going to the same place. So I set the thing and say, start delivery. I've got the food. I drive to the location about 3 miles away. I drive over there, and once I get on the street that the house is on, they'll give me the address to the house, the actual number. Well, I get on the street, and it's not giving me a house number. It's just showing me a spot, and right in the middle of the road, not on the right or left or anything, just right in the middle of the road, because it doesn't have an address number to it. So I pull up and I stop, and I text the people, and I say, listen, I need an address to which one of these houses that I'm supposed to drop this food off, because I don't know where to put the food. Well, they come back and they say, put it on the front door, by the front door. So I send them a text back and say, that's fine and dandy, but I don't have an address of a house with a front door on it. So this person comes back and sends me 8115 as the address. Now I'm looking in the neighborhood where I'm sitting right outside a house that's marked 8134. And I look down, and the next, it's getting smaller. So I think, okay, well, I'm in the right place. The numbers are right and shit. So I drive down the road where the numbers are getting smaller. Well, it's supposed to be 8115. I come up on 8117. I'm thinking it's the next house. I pull up on the next house. It's 8113. I'm sitting there going, I back up and I look, yeah, that one's 8117, and I pull for this one's 81. There is no damn 8115 address. So I text this guy back and I said, buddy, I've got a clock running right now. I said, you got about 2.5 minutes to tell me the damn address of where you want me to put this food, or I'm going to throw it on the street and take a picture of it, and I'm going to charge you for it. He doesn't say nothing else in the text again. Doesn't say nothing. So when this timer runs out that's on the app, it tells me to put the food down, take a picture of it, and leave it. Well, people, I didn't have a house address to leave the food at. So if I would have just set it on the ground out, I'm parked out on the street. If I just set it out on the fucking street in front of somebody's house and take a picture of it, what am I doing? Littering? Because it's not even the house that's supposed to be there. So I just take a picture of a field, and I kept the bag of food in the car. Now, I'm thinking this run's done. I click on it, delivered. Boom. Now that second, because I told you it came in 2 different orders. The second order, or that run comes up, and it's 4 miles south of where I'm fucking at. So whoever this was, they set up this run to do 2 different location drops. But the first location, there wasn't even, the address didn't even exist. It was not there. It went from 17 to 13. 8115 was not an address on that street. So I said, all right, well, see, I didn't throw the food out, so I still got it. So I'm going to follow this damn GPS to this next location. Now, while I'm sitting out in front of this other location trying to get an address or a house out of this guy tells me, man, I'm right on the corner. It's a yellow house. You can't miss it. I said, buddy, there is no corner. It was just a straight street. I said, there is no corner right in here. And there is no damn yellow house. So finally I said, that's it. I'm throwing this food away, and I ended the delivery. And then the other address comes up for me to deliver there too. And I'm like, all right, so I go to this address now. It takes me another 4 miles. And I get to this address, and sure enough, it's a yellow house right on the corner, like he was claiming. Right on the front, it states 8115 address. I'm like, well, I don't know what all this is about, but I'm going to ask him. So I walk up with the food. I knock on the door. Nobody comes. Now, I can hear people inside the building or in the house. I start ringing the doorbell. Ding, 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 ding. Finally, I hear a younger kid inside, or a kid inside say, Dad, there's a man at the door. So this man comes to the door. I said, I'm Uber Eats here. I've got your food here. And he looks at me and he goes, we didn't order no food. I go, is this 8115? Yeah. I said, you didn't order no damn food from Pasquale's? He goes, no, sir, we didn't order no food around here. What is it? I said, I don't know what's in it. All I know is I picked it up at Pasquale's and was told to bring it to you. And I said, and I don't know what this whole runaround's been about, but you didn't order this food? And he goes, no. I said, whatever. I get back in my truck and I pull at the end of his driveway and park out on the street because I got to start another clock now for this fucking app. 8-minute clock. So I start texting this person saying, man, I'm outside your house. You might as well come out here and get your damn food or I'm going to throw it away. And I said, by the time this clock runs out, I'm going to charge you full price for everything. Nope. Doesn't say another word to me. Oh, and he did text me one more time in between the first location and the second location. He asked me, did you drop the order off? And I was driving, so I didn't answer it. But he asked me if I dropped the order off at the first stop. Well, people, the clock ran out. Uber told me, set it down on the ground or wherever, take a picture of it. And there wasn't nowhere for me to sit it, or I'd just been looking like I was littering. So I wasn't just going to sit it on the street. So I took a picture of the house that I was at, and I kept the food sitting in my seat. Ended the delivery. Now, it was lunchtime, and I was a little hungry. But I really wasn't smelling nothing coming out of this food, you know. Usually I pick up at Chuck E. Cheese or Pasquale's. It's always pizza or calzones or something like that, you know, Italian. I can't smell shit coming out of this food, you know. Usually I can smell the food. So I decided I'm going to open it up, see what it is. If I like it, I'll eat it. So I reach in the plastic bag and I'm trying to pop that damn little styrofoam top on it. And it's turned the complete opposite way in the bag. I can't see. So I finally get the top open on it inside the bag, and I pull the top back, and I've got these two things that looks like maybe a calzone or a burrito or something wrapped in aluminum foil. 2 of them. So I'm like, well, hell, I guess I can eat that. So I reach down, grab it, man. This thing is cold, like it just came out of the refrigerator. I mean, and it's been in my car for 5-10 minutes. And it's cold as hell. I drop it back down. I grab the other one. They're both cold, ice cold, man. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? So I pull over the side of the damn road. Grab that damn thing, cold. I open it. It's wrapped in aluminum foil. I open it up. And people, it's about, 12 or 15 pieces of celery. Like, must be something else in it. And so I picked up the other one. There was two packages wrapped in aluminum foil inside the styrofoam box. So I pick up the other one because it's cold too. I'm like, what the hell? And I pick it up and open it up, and it's about 12 to 15 pieces of cut celery. Now I'm sitting here looking at this, and I'm like, man, these guys run me all over the freaking town. The first stop didn't even exist. The second stop, he refused to even take it. And then I open this sumbitch up, and it's nothing but two cold, about 30 pieces of celery. And I'm not kidding you, folks. 15 in each package wrapped in aluminum foil that felt like it'd been in the refrigerator or freezer all night. And I'm sitting there, I'm going, what in the fuck just happened to me? Who in the fuck sent these people? So I take this shit, I keep it, I take it home, and I'm showing it to my wife. She can't even believe this story. And she's like, only you. That's all she can ever say to me is, only this shit only happens to you. Nobody else has she ever heard of shit like this happening to. And so I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to fucking sit down right here. I said, I'll put it on speaker. I'm going to call Pasquale's or Chuck E. Cheese, and I'm going to ask them how much an order of cold celery is. So I get to look the number up, or I look the number up on Google. I call the damn place. This girl answers the phone, and I said, yeah, I'm wanting to order just. I said, now listen, all I want is just some cold, or I just want some celery. I said, no, I don't want just any old celery. I want some cold celery. Now, how much do you guys charge for cold celery? And this girl on the other end says, can you hold on a minute? And I gotta ask somebody. So she puts me on hold. She comes back. She goes out. Sir, the price for that cold celery would be, it's 13 pieces or something. And that's $1.07 for those 13 pieces. And I said, are you you fucking kidding me? And she goes, what? I said, you guys actually sell celery? Just celery? She goes, no. It's unusual. That's why I had to ask my manager what we would sell it for. She goes, usually when we give people celery, it's with hot wings or with something else. We don't just sell usually celery. And I said, well, then you guys are probably really freaking out, because I've had to be the second person today to do that, because I picked up an order from you guys that had 2 orders of celery in it. And she kind of snickered, said, yeah, I know. She goes, we were flipping out about that as well. And I go, so has this ever happened before? She said, no, this ain't never happened before. Somebody ordered just celery. And then call back and order another order of just celery to add to the order, to the first order of celery. And she said, we thought it was weird as hell too. And I said, well, I was the guy that picked it up, and I just couldn't believe. They run me all over town, and then nobody wanted it. And so I ended up opening it to find just celery. Now, folks, I want you to tell me. I got made half of the money on it was $11.26. They paid $1.07 twice, so $2.14 for the 30 pieces of celery. So these people paid about $14 to run me around town with cold celery. What in the hell were they doing? And why? I still can't figure it out. Can any of you help me? I'm serious, because even Pasquale's couldn't figure it out. They didn't know what the hell. Is there any logic you guys might be able to think of why somebody would do this? Well, we're 20 minutes into this, people, so that's longer than you'll even watch. So may God bless us all, folks. That's the only way out of this, is through Jesus Christ. So I was just letting you know about a stupid day I had. Have a good one, guys. Love you. Till next time.